All right. So, hello. We are Tag 'em.
And bag 'em.
And we're going to do an interesting episode. So, we're going to do sort of a get to know me introduction episode. And I understand that this is out of order. And we really should have done it first, but we were so excited because the upcoming show, so we didn't get it out in time. And unfortunately, I put out a post on our Facebook, Tag 'em and Bag 'em, to get questions that you guys have for us. And unfortunately, only 2 people played along. Y'all are some slackers. We support y'all, but y'all can't support us. What's that about? I don't know, but you rude. Y'all don't really want to know anything. I'm not that upfront. Well, okay, I take that back, but I am.
To be fair, most of them already know us probably pretty well.
But not us personally as our individual selves. So this is what you're going to get today. We're going to talk about our individual selves because we are, surprisingly, we are individuals. We are not just one entity. We also have separate personalities. And we're not exactly the same.
She likes coffee, I don't.
That'd be about the fairest example of that. About the only example of that, almost. So we're going to go and talk about ourselves. Mm-hmm. So why don't you start with telling me... The dogs are awesome. Telling me about you. Tell me... If I had never met you, what would you tell me about you? Some fun facts or some things you would want other people to know. And no, keep it outside of wrestling, if you can.
Outside of wrestling?
Outside of wrestling.
Well, I like female singers more than I like male singers, obviously.
Like who?
Well, you can see Alicia Keys behind my head.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I also listen to weird music. I like opera. I like musicals. So you have a huge eclectic music taste, and yeah, you do. I'll be coming, like, get in the car and he'll be listening to Pavarotti. Or your favorite musical is starts with a C. Not Camarlo, because it's a wrestler. So Carmen. My favorite opera. Sorry. You said my favorite musical started with the C. No, that's an opera. Is
an opera and a musical kind of the same? They just have more musical ability. Okay, so what else I
think opera is more probably
more dramatic.
It's all told by music. There's no talking in opera. It's all musical. Like, you know, in musicals you have people conversing, but in opera the conversing is the music.
But it's more dramatic.
And it's very dramatic.
And it's more talent. I would say it's more talent.
Yeah, and I also love music in other languages.
That is actually your favorite thing.
Yes,
is music and language. Even if you don't know what they're saying.
I don't have to know what they're saying.
He's like, gasolina.
Yeah.
You are. I've seen you do it. So, but me too, fair. So what else would you want people to know about you personally? What are some hobbies you have?
Hobbies. I have a ton of Legos. And toys in general, but Legos, I have so many Legos.
Tell them about some of your obscure hobbies. So you love taking apart watches.
I take apart watches. I want to learn to put them back together.
Yeah, and we actually have a shared hobby.
Yeah.
What's our shared hobby? Gardening.
Yeah.
Other than wrestling. Wrestling is a whole other beast.
Gardening. I like pretty things, and flowers are pretty.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily vegetables. You love flowers.
Yeah. My favorite color is pink. That's a fact. I mean, that makes people, what? You like pink?
You're a man who's 6'2".
Yeah, no, pink's my favorite color. That Aerosmith song was right.
We just had the discussion literally yesterday. Yeah. What else would you tell somebody who's just meeting you?
I'm pretty artsy. I like to, I could draw really good. I like carving wood.
You do like to write too.
I like to write.
You haven't done it in a long time, but you've had a couple of things that we've talked about over the years that you've had going in your head that are really artsy. So
I actually wanted to write a script for the Lobo movie and send it to DC
Don't.
Comics.
but I'm not going to tell you what it's about. But it's the
Yeah.
greatest comic book movie.
When
in
he's
history.
less than sober, you should hear some of the stories that he tells because we collaborate.
Yeah.
So he'll come up with the long-legged foot kid is.
Yeah, the long leg Larry. It's
Long
the
leg
guy,
Larry.
His toes are a mile away.
I know you won't understand this, but if you know him,
It's tall guy problems. I have very, very long legs and
a
it's
short
hard to
torso.
reach my foot. So
yeah.
it feels like it's a mile away when I'm trying to itch my toe or something.
So you're very, but a lot of people don't know that you love doing karaoke.
I like to sing, period.
And you've won competitions,
I
correct? Now, it's not like operatic or anything, but you just really, when you sing, you give it everything.
I do. I won singing.
You've lost your voice many a time.
Yeah. I won singing Green Jelly's Three Little Pigs.
Which, by the way, is a great song, if you haven't heard it.
System of a Down, Sugar. Those
Yeah.
are two of the ones that if you see me do them, you're going to be like, wow, that's something. Pause this.
Okay, sorry, we have two pitties who are out there barking because they're spoiled rotten brats, and we have a little dachshund chihuahua
Thing.
Jack Russell Terrier, long black mean bully.
He is a bully.
And
He's a bully.
they're out there because they are little princesses.
Yeah, he picks
And
on my big dog.
dare we leave them outside in the cool weather with water and beds,
It's not
by the
even that
way.
cold.
It's like 60 degrees.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's like 78.
It's not, it's only been 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But they insist on being on top of us. So anyway, so back to you. Anything else? We got Legos. We got music. You love stupid movies.
I love movies.
I
like stupid anything. To be fair,
Your favorite movies are trauma movies.
I
though.
love trauma movies. I have a collection of trauma movies. Yes,
Which, by the way, if
B-rated
you don't
movies.
know what trauma movies are, you gotta look them up. I can't explain them.
The Toxic Avenger.
He's
That's
so
all I should
stupid
have to
excited
say is
about
the
the new
Toxic
Toxic Avenger. Oh my god. Yeah.
I have a ton of comic books. I collect
Yeah.
comics.
Which you just sent me that Lobo's got a new comic book coming out.
That's actually DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
Like a,
so
like a,
we will have to go visit Mr. Richard Richards at his comic book stand to go see about getting that. I might actually hit him up to see if he can hold you one. So you love comic book, but you're a big nerd.
I am a big nerd.
You like collecting toys, so you got the Legos, you got action figures, we got a ton of wrestling figures.
He-Man.
We got
if I could
He-Man
go
is
back
your shit.
and get anything from my childhood, it would be my entire He-Man collection.
You
I
must
would
have
be
all the
rich
toys, huh?
today if I had my He-Man collection. I had like 6 Battle Cats. I'd have kept all those in packages. I'd have made me a millionaire in its own.
Yeah.
You know, I have a couple He-Mans still left, but they're not the same. And I buy all the He-Man Lego sets they had.
So you're just a big nerd.
I'm a big nerd.
You're a big nerd, but you're a big fun nerd.
I'm a big fun nerd.
You are a lightweight.
Yeah, I'm a lightweight.
2 shots in.
I like doing voices too. That's my dream job. Would be
You
a voice
do,
actor.
and you're actually really good at them. He loves the guy that did
Mel Blanc,
yeah.
Hanna-Barbera.
That's who I was trying to think of. Sorry,
Those guys I looked up to.
the guy who did
Robin
Winnie
Williams.
the Pooh. I can't think of
Winnie
his
the
name.
Pooh. And Tigger too.
The one that did the old Jungle Book, Blue.
Blue the Bear. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yeah.
Yeah, and he does these all the time. All the time.
I do a lot of Hanna-Barbera. Those are the funnest ones to do.
Hanna-Barbera was the most creative, I think.
Yeah.
In my I love Looney Tunes, but Hanna-Barbera just kind of was different and fun. Because that's where we got the Cavey Wavy.
Right.
Yeah, you don't get a caveman without Hanna-Barbera. So what else should we know? You love toys, you love music, but you love all music.
All music.
For the most part. There are some things that are
It's
kind of
easier for
annoying.
me to tell people who I dislike.
And the number one person you dislike, or people you dislike, is U2.
U2.
You hate U2.
I do not listen to U2.
If U2 comes on, he skips that shit.
And another one I can think of, I thought of here recently because I heard his song on one of my music is John Anderson. I don't care for John Anderson.
He's a
got
country
the
singer.
whiniest
And if
voice.
you are not our age, you will not understand. John Anderson came out in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
He hates John Anderson with such a passion. I think his random number one hit, it wasn't even a number one hit, it was like a top 10, came on the other day, and he was like, no, the fuck.
Yeah,
skip.
You'll see me. Those are the only 2 bands you'll see me skip for spite. Otherwise, if I'm skipping a song, it's just because I don't want to hear it at the time. But I probably would listen to it.
So what else should we know about you?
Yeah, I have a daughter.
Yeah,
she's 20 years old.
She's gonna be 21.
21 this year. Shit, December.
She's gonna be she's already an adult, but she's gonna be like a legal adult.
Yeah.
She's terrifying.
But she's a good kid.
She's a great kid. She's the sweetest human being you'll ever meet in your life. Easily, she'll bring you tears with compliments.
Yeah.
She's
so
just
nice.
A wonderful human being. How she ended up being your daughter is amazing. Yeah, if you got to be there to understand what I'm saying. But anyway, what else should we know about you?
Well, I don't know. I think that's about it.
You're a complex person. Jay loves to cook, but he's messy. He's fun. You are probably the most hardworking person I've ever met in my life, in my personal opinion. You do not ever call in sick to work. You are the first person to not necessarily jump up and do it, but you'll get it done.
I'll get it done.
You are very strong, which we work together. So probably one of the strongest males I've ever met.
I don't want to brag, but
no, I have seen
you pick up people.
500 pound plus.
Our job is picking up dead people.
Look, if I had to be in a fight and I had to choose my partner, not only do I love him because he's my life partner, but I would choose you in a heartbeat because I promise. You suffer from an affliction called road rage.
Yes, I have horrible road rage. I don't want to, but everybody else can't fucking drive.
You are not the most patient person in the world. But you're just a big kid.
Yeah.
You're just a big kid. And you like to have a lot of fun.
I love people, even though I hate them. It's weird. It's
very
so
odd.
Weird.
You're like a walking bipolar person because you hate people, but you have a specific, like...
I'm going to respect the way I talk to people and the way I talk to people.
And you're very calm. That's the thing that gets me, because he has no patience whatsoever, but he's very calm. Like, he doesn't get worked up about things that I get worked up about, but I get worked up about things... Or I'm calm about things he's all kinds of worked up about. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. Okay, sorry. Anything else you want to tell him about you?
Yeah, no, I'm not patient, am I?
No, you're patient with me. You're patient with the dogs. But when it comes to anything outside of this house,
yeah,
and sticky situations, you are not the most patient person in the world.
I don't like to be in predicaments. I don't like to be in a situation.
You don't like drama.
I hate drama.
You don't like unpredictable situations, and you don't like stupidity.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person that if you're at a bar and you start a fight, I'm probably going to walk away and let you get your ass beat because I ain't going to have no part of it. I ain't the one starting the shit, and I definitely ain't going to finish it.
Now, if it wasn't your fault... Like, if somebody starts shit with you and it's not your fault, he's going to 100% defend you.
I'll de-escalate the situation first, and if that doesn't work, then...
Yeah, but you're loyal to a fault. Like, if your boy's
loyal.
getting his ass beat, you're going to be in there defending.
Sometimes they do deserve it. I've had friends that deserved it. They go out and
That's where the logical in you comes in.
You literally go to a bar to start a fight. I ain't having no part of it. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I think that's because we don't want to expend that energy. We're just too tired all the time.
It's not worth my time.
Anything else you want to talk about? Your kid's amazing. You have great hobbies. One of your I wouldn't say most important, but our biggest hobby, other than our garden, because our garden takes up just about as much as HCW. Yeah. So we love wrestling. And Jay has been a wrestling fan since...
First match I saw was Jake the Snake Roberts and Ravishing Rick Rude. It wasn't even a match. It was like real late at night on Saturday night's main event. I remember that. I thought it was boxing.
So it'd be 80s.
It was the 80s. I thought it was boxing. And I was looking for a compromise with not a compromise, but something. My grandpa was a big sports fan, and I'm not a big sports fan. I don't care for a lot of sports. I like certain sports, but I'm not as dedicated as most people would be, I guess. Like, I could watch football, but I'm not going to be like, oh, that's my favorite team, you know.
Wait a minute. Now, you have a favorite team.
I have favorite teams, but like, you know.
But
like,
we're not going to dedicate time to it like we do
that's what
wrestling.
I'm talking about. Like baseball, I have a favorite baseball team, but to be fair, I have like 5 or 6 actual favorite baseball teams, and what's sad is they're all in the same division. So
Yeah,
like
it
there's
sucks.
no point in me fucking hating on any of them because I love them all. I like Detroit, I like Kansas City, I like Pittsburgh Pirates, I like the Florida Marlins.
But go back to wrestling. So you became a wrestling fan in the early 80s.
I became a wrestling fan because I was trying to find something in common with my grandpa, and I thought I was going to watch boxing. And Ravishing Rick Rude came to the ring and did his little spill where he's calling everybody fat sweat hogs, doing his little dance. Showing them abs.
So to give a little context to that, Jay was raised by his grandma and grandpa, and they hold a very important part of both of our lives. Grandma more of mine. I unfortunately didn't get the luxury of meeting grandpa. Grandpa passed.
I was 13 years old when he passed.
So 23 years ago, almost 22, 23 years ago, when he was a little boy. And so he was raised mostly by his grandma. So he wanted to be like his grandparents, who were a huge influence on him, which is one of the reasons why you're a huge wrestling fan, because grandma was a huge wrestling
It's also
fan.
one of the reasons I worked so hard, because my grandpa did.
And grandma did too, though. Give it to grandma. Grandma worked, what,
three jobs at once.
Jobs.
Just
And
to
she's
pay for
a little
house that
bitty.
she bought that I live in
Grandma
today.
was
God bless her heart.
4'8", maybe, and well, she was a bigger girl until she got sick, but then she was like 90.
And she was tough.
I think when she passed away, she was 75, 80 pounds, something like that. She was a tough old broad.
She was actually a wrestling fan.
She loved Nate.
She
Little
loved Macho
Nate.
Man. Randy Savage was her favorite, and then Triple H came around, and she loved Triple H.
But she loved the
And
ref, Little Nate.
She loves Charles Robinson, the
Charles,
referee.
Cutie Charlie, Charles Robinson.
Her little Chucky.
And it's funny, Grandma had dementia really bad, and unfortunately she passed almost 5 years ago in November. And even in her hardest time of dementia, when we were both struggling, we would put on wrestling, and she'd go, "Is that Little Nate?"
Yeah, or the
She
Miz.
wouldn't even be watching TV.
Hated the Miz.
Oh.
And like
She would get up and walk out of the
She
room.
would get there and she'd be like, "I hate this guy."
She would. It wouldn't even be the
This guy's
Miz.
stupid.
They would say something like he would do a promo, and she's not actually watching at this time. She's actually like looking at the floor or something. Her dementia was terrible, but she would say, "Oh, I hate him," and we'd be like, "How does she freaking know?" Or she was like, "Is that Little Nate, Little Charles Robinson?"
Some stuff just stuck for good.
She was so great. So
Lay
being
down.
raised by your grandparents gave you a kind of an older mentality, made you a hard worker, made you kind of a different, almost older than our generation, I would say. Because you kind of held a different mindset. Like you were more logical than most kids. Like most kids our age were kind of doing really, really stupid shit. And you're like, well, if you started it, it's your problem.
And not to say I haven't done dumb shit my own.
Oh, no. You've done some
dumb shit. We won't talk about that.
No.
Not in this episode. Anyway.
That might be later.
Maybe one day you guys can hear about the epic story of me.
I
and
laugh
the
about
dog,
your dumb shit, but to be fair, I've done my own. So anyway, we don't need to. We don't need to. We're adults, and that was
cheers
like
to that.
30 years ago. Oh, I'm not ready.
Just saying, when you turn 18, you are an adult. Don't do dumb shit.
Literally the day of. Okay, so that's Jay. And he is, everybody loves you.
It's not my fault.
Everybody loves you. He has, I don't know how many bromances, men crushes.
I'm nice.
You're a likable person.
It's easy to be nice when people are just shitty.
But
that's one of my favorite things. I can be nice to you, or I can kill you with kindness.
You are, you're just likable, and everybody automatically likes you. But it's not fake, and that's the part I love about you, is that you're not, okay, there are situations where you're professional.
Professional, it's different.
But if you're generally putting out kindness, it's because you genuinely mean it.
Yeah.
So let's move to, me.
It's all about you.
All about me. What do you want to know?
Everything. You just made me spill the beans. What's your
Well, but I
hobbies?
guided you, so what do you want to know?
What is your hobbies?
I love music. Music is a huge part of my life. I was a professional performer, singer for a very, very long time. I've done literally most of my life. There's been
I've been singing. My mother was almost professional singer, and then she got pregnant with me, and so then I became a professional singer, and I'm okay at it. I don't ask for opinions because I really don't want to hear them. But music, I played the violin, I played the cello, I taught lessons to pay for things that I needed to pay for. But music is probably one of the most important things in my life as far as my personality outside of wrestling and gardening. My other favorite thing to do is gardening. That brings me peace. It's a lot of hard work, and I do probably a lot of shit I shouldn't do. And Jay calls it my chaotic garden. What is it? What is it? You said it's
tranquil chaos.
Tranquil chaos, because it's my
It's chaos, but it's peaceful.
It's zen. It's my way to get out, like the chaos that I have in my brain. Get it out and make it pretty, because it's not always pretty. What else? I don't have very many hobbies, to be fair. I mean,
you like
I got
to beat on me.
I do. You're my favorite thing to beat on, besides the dogs. I don't actually beat on them. You do. All right. So that's the babies.
That's Tucky being a bully.
They're here all the time. We cannot help it. Go lay down, please.
Lay down.
Okay. Let's see. As far as my music genre goes, I am all over the damn map. I very much, Jay and I get along really well because we are so much alike in this area. Well, in a lot of areas, really. Am I speaking out of turn? It's probably pretty true. Sorry. Damn hiccup. I don't want to be here all night. I love all kinds of music. The only things I'm not a huge fan of is things that I can't hear the words, because I'm partially deaf. And screaming. Like, if you're screaming at me, if you're screaming at me and I can hear the words, I'm fine. If you're screaming at me just to scream, and that's all the whole song is, there's no like ebb and flow, I'm out. I'm out. That's not to say I don't like heavy metal, because I do. Because a lot of heavy metal tells really great stories if I can hear the words.
What's your favorite kind of music? You like the 90s gangster and soul.
I love 90s gangster and soul, but to be fair, I like old music. Yeah. There's a reason you call me a hippie, and that's his nickname for me. I'm a hippie. I love me some Simon and Garfunkel. I love me some Janis Joplin. I like me some like old soul music, even Jackie Wilson, or what is his name? Sang a lot of the songs that were on Dirty Dancing.
Oh, the guy from the Everly Brothers?
No. The one that passed away, he only has one album. Bill Withers.
Bill Withers.
Yeah, I love me some Bill Withers. I like older music, and I like music that you can sing to, harmonize to, and groove to. That's my favorite. But you put some Bone in my, and I love Bone. Jay knows.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love me some Bone Thugs and Harmony. I like good rap, though. I like rap because when we were kids, we were growing up with rap that tells a story. You tell me a story and make me understand where you're coming from or a situation, and I'm in it. That's my problem with today's rap, is that a lot of it's not, it's hoes and money and tits and ass and all that kind of stuff. Tell me a story about hard times, selling drugs in front of your apartment just to pay your rent while you're living on the floor in the cold. I'm all about it. But I listen to everything.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything I really don't.
And when we say everything, we mean even today's music. I mean, like,
oh no, fair.
If there's new stuff dropping, I will check it out. I'm not somebody who's gonna be like, oh, this ain't me.
And a lot of YouTube rappers too. Like, I'm a big I like Tom McDonald. I quote Tom McDonald quite a lot, though, unfortunately.
Not as political shit, though. I mean,
no, but just like his piece of shit.
Yeah,
you're a real piece of shit. Like a
piece
of shit. Fuck the piece of shit. You're a piece of shit.
We're not very political people. That's for sure.
I'm going to stay out of that drama. I'm too old for all that shit. What else about me?
Let's see. You like musicals, too, right?
I love musicals.
She's not a big fan of the opera, so she don't really know a lot of them.
No, because I've never experienced. I'm one of those people that if I see an opera, I want to go see it. Because I love...
You got to understand how deep music. People say, "Oh, music is my life." Deep music was literally all I focused on for a very long time, and you know that, right? So, you remember the first time we saw that ballet? They used to have ballets in the park, and he took me to see, what was it?
Tom Sawyer. No, it was Thumbelina.
Thumbelina.
It was Thumbelina.
Or no, was it Thumbelina? Yeah, it was Thumbelina. Something. And what happened?
She fell in love with ballet.
And I cried.
Yeah, she cried.
I cried. Because it's just, I love art in general.
It surprised her that I was all about some ballet, though, because I was like, hey, they have ballet.
But I was happy about it. Because
she's like, what?
How many guys are you going to talk into going to, like, hey, it's a Saturday at 6 a.m. You want to go to ballet at the park? He's like, fuck yeah. How many chairs do we need? Yeah, let's go. I like music because music hits me clear into my soul. I had a difficult upbringing, so music was my escape. Music was the answer. I can't tell you how many Sony Walkmans I went through, how many headphones, how many times. The reason I am actually deaf is because of how I would turn those headphones all the way up and just drown. I used to write my own music. Music was my life. I thought I was going to end up being either professional or a music teacher.
You should see our record collection. Like actual
it's intense
record collection.
And it's not all of them, to be fair. Because I have some other places and we still have more to buy.
Yeah. It's my favorite form of music.
I don't perform, though.
She used to.
You never got to see it, though, huh?
Just on video.
Yeah, I have severe stage fright. Even though I don't know.
You wouldn't know if you heard her on podcasts, though, because
I'm not a social person, am I?
No, you're not.
It was just funny because even the boss said today, "You're such a social butterfly. You're so bubbly in personality." I was like, "Yeah, not."
I'm rubbing off on her.
Unfortunately. I mean, no, fortunately. No, it's just certain situations. I'm one of those people that if you meet me the first time, probably not going to have a whole lot to say. I'm going to be quiet and you're going to think I look like a bitch.
You're going to think she's mean.
You're going to think I'm mean. Intimidating is what you get most of the time. Intimidating. But in all actuality, once I get to know you,
yeah, I'm
going to talk your ear off about the things I'm passionate about.
You can ask anybody at our job about that. They'll tell you, yeah, she talks too much. That was a joke. I
hope so, because that's just sad. They're the ones who razz me.
They do.
I can't. I have severe stage fright. And that's from somebody who's performed on stages many times. Jay, how many times have you seen me sing in front of you?
Once.
Once.
Like she'll start to sing and then she'll see me and get all.
I shake even. I just
Not
don't.
me. I'll belt that shit out.
I just don't do it.
I'll hit a falsetto or a fucking.
You have a high, no, you have your personality. Like your confidence in yourself is really high, and my confidence in myself is not up there, not anywhere near up there. In fact, we've talked about doing karaoke for a long time, and
she gets cold feet. But to be fair, last couple of times we went to a karaoke bar, I didn't do shit either. But I got kind of drunk one time. I was going to.
Because he's a lightweight. It's because he's lightweight. What else you want to know outside of that? We went into hobbies. I have 3 beautiful children. I do. Our oldest kids are almost exactly the same age. My son's actually just 2 months older than your daughter. And then I have a middle child. Our oldest will be 21 at the end of this year. My middle child will be 19 this year. And then I have a youngest. My kids are the most amazing human beings that will ever walk the face of the earth. On top of your lovely daughter, which I was blessed with a beautiful stepdaughter. I love her because what cracks me up about having Amira in our lives, in my life, is that every time we go somewhere, everybody's like, "Is that your daughter?" Because we look so much alike, which I don't know what that says, but they always actually think that I'm Amira's mom, but I'm not. I'm just stepmom, but Amira is just. She's not a stepdaughter. She is my kid. I love that kid. I've known her since she was 15. Well, I've known her longer than that, but got to know her in depth since she was 15, and it's been a blessing every day. I have had a rough life, but I'm in such a great place now, I would say. What else do you want to know?
What's the first rap song you ever heard?
Chronic album. Yeah. No. I take that back. That would be the first rap album I owned, was the Chronic. Because who the fuck didn't own the Chronic? I mean, that was a great album. I'm sorry, you can argue with your mama. I don't care. First rap song I ever heard was actually Eazy-E. But it had been 88. But even before then, it would have been...
I should say gangster raps.
Oh, okay.
So Easy.
NWA and Eazy-E.
NWA was mine. I was...
Fuck the police.
No.
No, it'd been before Fuck the Police.
My first song was One Less Bitch by Niggas for Life. Or NWA.
You know what, other than Bone Thugs and Harmony, okay.
I shouldn't have
you
said
want to know
that,
the real
but
me?
That
Okay.
was the name of the album.
Besides Bone Thugs and Harmony, I love Onyx from the 90s.
Onyx, love it.
When they came to town,
Onyx is
I
my
was
favorite.
so mad when I didn't get to see him. I may not know whatever, like all the words you're saying, but when that dude, I'm like, yeah, that's the heavy metal of rap.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
what else you want to know? Because I can go
Onyx
on
and
that.
Biohazard. Ooh, that was some great stuff there.
But Bone was a whole other,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just something about the first of the month.
I can't. It's so fun. I'm rapping.
Okay, anyway, we're going to move on real quick.
saying.
Okay, what else do you want to know?
Let's see. How about what annoys you about me?
About you?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go into relationship shit. What annoys me about you? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, we're feeding the dogs now. They're little anxious little BBs. What annoys me about you? To be fair, at my age, I really don't get annoyed a whole lot. There are little things that you know about that triggers me as far as behavioral things, but I tell you about them. But mainly, I don't think it's annoying as so much I think it's absolutely hilarious, because in this way we are absolutely opposites. Is that when you cook, it's like you set a bomb off. It's like you make spaghetti sauce and you put dynamite in the spaghetti sauce, and then it's like somehow on the ceiling in the microwave when the door is shut, and like everywhere. But you make the most fantastic meals when you cook, but you follow the recipe to the T.
Got to.
So
Otherwise it'll be fucked up.
I would say that is, but I wouldn't say that's annoying. I don't know that there is anything that you do. You don't fill me in on shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll hear from people, or like you'll get a text message from people, or you'll get information and you won't tell me till it's like either.
Oh
that,
yeah,
but,
we're
I
going
forgot.
here today.
By the way, somebody's coming over in 2.5 minutes. You took your bra off and your socks, and you're literally laying in a t-shirt and underwear.
Should let you know, but yeah,
I forgot
get
to
that.
mention.
I do that a lot.
You do that so much, or you'll get impertinent information. You'll be like, I forgot to tell you somebody texted me like 2 weeks ago. That is so annoying, because to me it feels like you're keeping a secret. But I laugh about it. I do. I don't know that there's anything. I think the thing I would say is the most annoying is when you don't clean up after you shave. Because I don't want hair on my toothbrush.
Oh, your toothbrush?
No, because that's why I hide my toothbrush.
I was gonna say, you don't have your toothbrush.
Because the other day when I went to go brush my teeth, one of your beard hairs ended up on my toothbrush, and I was like, this is fuck. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. Are you serious right now? I don't want to deal with this. But as far as like annoying, I don't know that there's anything you do that really gets. You touch my feet.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
I am one of those people, you cannot touch my feet. You cannot. Don't even look at them. If you look at my feet, I'm going to deck you. I have such a, like, it brings my anxiety up because I know you're thinking about my feet right now. And he does it just, he'll wait. Okay, if I'm being truthful, okay.
he'll wait till I'm asleep or literally getting ready to fall asleep, and that's when he fucks with my feet, and then he'll go, "Are you asleep?" And the only thing that comes out of my
and
mouth
I'm not
is,
like doing any weird. I just
No.
my finger up it, like
all right, and
off the
I'll
bottom
go,
of her foot.
"No,
She'll be like, "What?"
no," and my anxiety level goes from down to way the fuck up. Like, why did you have to do that? Okay, now he wants attention. What do I do that annoys you?
Nothing.
You lie. Don't be honest.
Giving me them wet willies all the time.
I don't give you wet willies
Sticking
anymore.
fingers in orifices. My belly button and my ears. Sometimes she tries to jam a finger in my mouth.
I did that today. I hurt you too.
Yeah, she poked me in the tooth.
You deserved it.
I probably did.
No, what there's nothing else like that.
No, it's, I was
Really?
just waiting for the foot thing.
You were just waiting for the foot thing. I don't do anything that annoys you or gets on your nerves. Like when you're tired and I'm poking at you. Because that's the thing. After like the end of the week by Friday when we're off work, because we work together. So after when we finally get off work, and it depends on how my Friday went, to be fair, because sometimes it's just laying in bed and we're just like fucking. But other times it's like, hey, hey, hey. And that's how it ends up going. Stop it! Don't! So let's get into us. Shall we get into us? How did we first meet? Let's tell them how we first met. Do you remember?
Baseball game.
Okay, to be fair, clarify.
I don't remember who.
You don't remember?
know,
okay, so this was back in 1994 or 95.
I know John was there. John Sockhill. I don't remember.
John Sockhill, Zach.
Was Zach there?
Yes.
Okay. See, I don't remember that.
Okay, so look, Jay's best friend was Zach Barrows, and Zach Barrows was my first love. And I still have a lot of love for him just because of, so when it was the summer before my freshman year, and so it would have been 95, 94, 95. And my whole family, I'm one of 7 kids, and my stepdad at that time had 2 other kids. So we were all over at this park playing baseball. We are already a baseball team. And here comes these, I don't know that John Sockhill was actually there. I think it was just you and Zach. But I don't remember John Sockhill as much as I remember you and Zach. Okay, to be fair. But we're playing baseball at this field behind a grade school. And up comes these people wearing jorts. And I think you were wearing a Vikings hat.
Probably.
And probably a Vikings no. It was a basketball. No, you might have been wearing a Vikings jersey.
I had a lot of throwbacks.
Yeah, so they came up and they asked to join and they played and I was pitching. And of course I'm this shy, thinking I'm fat girl against these guys who are in high school. And so then we end up having to ride the bus together when I finally started that fall. And it just kind of, we were almost instant friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. We never, we didn't talk a whole lot. So to be fair, because we weren't all that outgoing in high school. Because you were outgoing, but you were tall and quiet, like.
I was also dark-skinned, and there was a lot of people who didn't like dark-skinned kids at that school, so.
Yeah, but you were also, like, we ran in a different kind of circle, so it wasn't. We were the stoners. Okay, we're gonna be loud.
Okay, yeah.
We were okay, but we were a genre of peppy and preppy, and the school we went to was kind of weird. But we ran in the same circles. But I started dating your best friend Zach freshman year, and we dated for almost 2 years, 2.5 years. Something like that. Unfortunately, he passed away in 98. And we kind of ran into each other again a few times. But one major time was he had a girlfriend who was in one of my friend's circles. And I took her out to go have some adult time after she separated from somebody, and she was dating you, and she got trashed, and she wanted me to drop her off at his house. And unfortunately, the last time I had seen him, and of course I think I'm 26 at this time.
I don't remember.
I think I was in my early.
I'd say from the age of 6, more like 19 through 20, maybe 32 was a blur.
Unfortunately, but I was in my 20s, and I had to drive her all the way to his house, and I hadn't seen him since Zach's funeral. And switch this way, and so I have to drop this absolutely trash chick off at his house. I was like, well, this is, and literally what I told him when I pulled up to the house, because I knew where the house was. You know, we hung out together, we smoked a lot of stuff together, we hung out, watched cartoons together, we made inside stupid jokes together. I watched them beat the shit out of each other with the wrestling. I was there a lot because Zach and I were best friends. Even when we weren't together, we were best friends, and so I was almost always there even when we weren't together. But so I have to drive this chick over to his house, and I'm like, oh well, this is not how I envisioned the reunion to go after Zach's funeral, but hey, how's it going? Guess what? Here's your girlfriend. And she went, and that happened, and then it wasn't until 2017 that you were still taking care of Grandma. Grandma had really bad dementia, and he's working full time. And of course, he's got. How old was Mara then in 2017? She
17.
was. No, she was like 13.
Yeah, she was younger.
She was younger. I had just fresh out of a relationship, and we saw each other on Plenty of Fish. And I think I just hit you up because I saw his face, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, stranger?" And then we just started talking, and then that talk evolved, and then we started hanging out, and then the hanging out evolved, and we've been together for 9 years, March 31st. Now, we've had our up and downs. We have. We're not a perfect couple. Don't judge us from the outside in. We are not perfect, but...
Yeah, she headbutts me all the time.
You fucking liar. Don't tell them that. They'll believe it, too, because everybody thinks I'm so mean. We've had our ups and downs and trials, but for the most part, we don't really fight.
We argue. Like, debate.
We debate. Because we
like,
very...
is Dubai a country? Or not Dubai, Punjab a country? She was trying to tell me it wasn't. It's a country. It's not just a language. It's a country.
I'm dumb. Okay.
I can't say that, though. I'm not geography inclined either, but I know Punjab's a country.
It's geographically, but whatever. Anyway, I'm actually college educated. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is college educated is what I said. So we got together, and we never, unfortunately, we didn't realize when we were kids how much we are alike.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'll think of something, and...
she says it, and it's like, what the fuck?
We are so in sync sometimes, and it's kind of great at our age.
Yeah.
I think we're both finally in a place where we don't have to pretend to be somebody else, and we can be our authentic, stupid selves, 24 hours a day.
I could finally listen to Air Supply and not be guilty about it.
Journey and Boston. Like, this is great shit. I love REO Speedwagon. The shit we used to make fun of in high school.
All the shit I made fun of in high school. I listen to that shit today and I love it.
Yeah, that's
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie fucking world.
And I think, I don't know. What is your opinion on our relationship? Because I can give it all day long.
I think it's wonderful.
I think it's the best, as far as our life together is the best we have ever been as people.
We could use a house cleaner, somebody to dust our stuff off. We got a lot of stuff, and it gets dusty in here because we're not here all the time.
We work so much.
So much.
So, yeah, there's one thing that when we finally do get off, because we work 24-hour shifts and sometimes 48-hour shifts. Like, I just pulled one this week. And so sometimes, yes, our...
and sometimes we don't want to, like, be close to each other because we stink or... Like, we did something gross, and it's like, don't touch me right now. You don't want this on me. But not an
offensive
way. No,
way.
not offensive. Like, I'll get my fingers deep in somebody's human being juice, and
no,
like, I need to change before you put your arms around me.
But to be fair, we're at a point where if you do stink, I'll tell you. I'll be like, okay, you smell like decomp, babe. You need to, like, spray some cologne. Like,
and
it does.
With our job, it happens.
We can't control that. But it's we are very much a non-judgmental relationship. Like, I don't know that there's anything that you could tell me.
Yeah, we don't really have secrets.
No.
That's
I mean,
hard.
I feel like I need to get on your phone and search anything, but I feel like if something happens that you would tell me anyway.
Yeah. I
Like hey, buy me an iTunes card.
Yeah, them dumb bitches. Coming up on my Facebook, giving me
And you know, when the
messages.
people come out of the word work, just I mean, we're so open with each other. We don't really keep secrets from each other.
There's no need.
There is really no need, and we're in that place where we're in that in sync anyway. Because I feel like if something is off, I'll come to you like, what's going on?
And you have. I mean, we've had problems. We talked about it. We worked it out.
Yeah.
So.
But we're not the perfect relationship, but we're the perfect people for us.
For us, yeah.
Yeah. Because we can be ourselves and we can like our stupid stuff. We have so many things in common. But we do have a few things that are not in common. Like, what are some of the things we don't have in common?
Coffee.
Coffee. I love coffee. You don't drink coffee, but you like caffeine.
She don't like tap. She don't. What kind of pudding? You don't like pudding anyway, do you? No, you
I don't like
the
Jello.
She don't like Jello. I love Jello.
I think Jello is like off-brand pudding.
Yeah, no, not me. I like
To me.
some Jello.
Yeah.
I like. My grandma used to make the Jello with the fruit cocktail in it.
Jello to me is sick people food, but that's the only time I got it. I was a poor kid, so the only time we got Jello is if you had strep throat. Yeah. So if I'm eating Jello, I have strep throat. There's certain things. I'm weird like that, but I didn't have a lot of snacks growing up either. So pudding is like, to me, is like the epitome of like rich people food. Pudding packs? What? Are you made of money?
You don't like them pudding pie things they have like from Hostess.
No, I don't like fruit pies. I don't like the pudding pies. They make me nauseous. I do not like cream filled or I don't like cream filled donuts, like the Boston cream stuff. But I will eat a apple fritter all day long. All day long. If it's real fruit, I'm okay. Sometimes that Hostess shit just smells weird and it turns my stomach immediately, but it's a bad experience. It's kind of like the first time you get drunk off of something really bad. Like the first time I got really drunk was off of Jacque. Let's say I don't drink Jacque. I don't at all. At all. Like there's things you don't drink.
Yeah.
Because like when you smell it, you're like, that smells like a bad time. I think everybody
I
at
don't
our
like
age.
coconut.
Yeah, you don't like, and I love coconut cream pie.
I don't love marshmallows.
We both hate marshmallows, to be fair. We absolutely, unless they are in fire. If they are on fire, I will eat a marshmallow. But that's about the only way I'll eat it.
And a s'more.
And a s'more.
That's what I'll eat, a s'more.
But I'm not even marshmallow cream. Like, I won't even eat a snowball. Mm-mm. I hate marshmallows.
Rocky Road sucks.
That's gross.
Yeah.
But you don't mind coffee flavored things. Like you like coffee candy.
Coffee candy.
And you had a coffee candy or coffee ice cream that was pretty good.
Yeah, and that coffee bean thing.
He had chocolate covered coffee beans the other day. He didn't mind it.
It was pretty good.
So it's just a matter of something hot, really. I think
I'm not a hot liquid guy. I guess I could say that because I don't like hot tea. I'm not big on that. I'll drink hot cocoa, maybe a cappuccino once in a blue moon. I can't be one of those dudes that'll come out and be like, "Oh, I love everything." And I mean,
wow,
it's not who I am. You know that.
Okay, well, okay. So don't ask for mushy shit or compliments ever.
I do mushy. You know better than that. I do mushy shit. I don't word it well, I guess.
Well, you didn't even try. So anyway, we talked about our kids. We talked about you. We talked about me. We talked about our relationship. Let's do a game. You want to do a game? Okay, we're gonna play a game. It's called Two Truths and a Lie. Okay.
You go first, because I don't.
Okay, and then the goal of the game is to figure out which one is the lie. And unfortunately, it's a little difficult because we know each other really, really well.
That's why I think this is a dumb game, because I can't even think of a lie to tell
What
you.
a negative Nancy.
I'm just saying, I can't think of a lie to tell
Nancy. All right, try it anyway. We're gonna do it.
You first.
Okay, so I set the record for the most weight lifted by a female in Goddard when I was in high school, junior year.
I have won many prizes as a singer / performer in my life. And I was the fastest speed skater in my 20s.
Well, if the first two are truths.
You're right.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's too
You're
easy.
right. So
I can't even
wasn't
think
the
of a lie to
fastest.
tell you. That's my problem. I
To
can't
be
think
fair,
of a lie.
okay.
I'm not
So
a good liar,
I
first
did
off.
roll. Well, that's not the point. I did roller derby actually in
Yeah.
my 30s, late 30s.
Yeah.
I was 295 pounds at the time, and I wasn't the fastest, but I was not slow by any stretch of the imagination. I still made the times, but I was a big old fucking beast of a bitch. And you better bet people were terrified because I don't hit small. Actually, what do they say about me at work when I'm not around?
That you're the strongest woman there. They want to work with her because she's tough.
What do you tell them in response? Because I'm just the most stubborn.
Yeah, it's because you're like me. It's because you don't. It's not so much that you're strong; it's you want to get the shit done. And that's how I am.
But I
feel
can
like
pick
I'm
up.
strong. If I'm picking up a 500 dude pound and I'm dragging him up some stairs, it's because I want to get him the fuck out of the house. It's not because I can. It's
Well,
because
but
I
you
fucking
can.
have to.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not because I can. Because if it comes down to it, I can lift up some significant amounts of weight. Like I've shocked many a person and been yelled at many a times with the amount of weight that I can. But that's just my build. I'm always that way. All right. Try it. Just try it. 2 truths and a lie.
See, I don't even know a couple of truths I can tell you because you fucking know everything about me.
That's not true.
I'm an open book.
Okay. Try again.
I've been in jail.
Okay. 1 truth. Give me another truth.
Fuck.
By the way, he said jail, not prison.
Yeah, not prison. I ain't never been to prison.
2 truths and a lie. So give me another truth.
It doesn't tell you know it's a truth.
Shut up. They don't. Give me a truth and a lie. They don't. You got to remember that. Give me another truth.
I used to have a dog named Chuck.
Okay. And now give me another one. And
Another one?
it can be a lie or a truth.
Okay. I once slept with a 20-foot python.
Those were all truths. You fucking liar. You fucking liar. So he's a liar in general.
Yeah. No, my mom used to have a bunch of snakes.
And you had a dog, that Chihuahua named
And I had a
Chuck.
chihuahua named
You
Chuck.
fucking liar. You fucking liar. You're terrible at this game. This is why I'm win at Monopoly every single time. And the one time you win, okay, you want to know his whole personality? Look, we looked for a Monopoly game that we could play together for a while. Finally got one. Got him to play because he hates Monopoly because he only understands. Well, he lost many, many times. Lost so much he was pissed, damn near flipped the game, right? Okay. Finally wins
I'm horrible with money.
one game. One. Ask him how many times we played since then.
We haven't. And we won't.
And he
I
will
won.
never
I walked away.
because he walked
The
away
champ!
on top. After like 15 times, he won one. We will never touch Monopoly ever again.
I want to talk about Trivial Pursuit chess.
Chess, I don't have the patience for chess. You have the patience for chess. I do not. I play it. I know how to play it. I just don't have the patience for it. Trivial Pursuit, we're pretty tight on that
We're
shit.
pretty tight on that, actually.
And
That's what
Disney
we should
trivia.
do. We should have got that out. And answered
Disney
questions
trivia
from there.
were pretty well, like, nobody's winning this
By the
fucking
way,
game.
if you didn't know, Ferdinand von Zeppelin created the fucking Goodyear blimp, or the Zeppelin.
Motherfucker, you pulled that shit out your ass. He made that up. I swear to God. He like changed Google. That's bullshit.
You know.
All right, so we got into you. You got into me. We got into us. Let's go into we got 2 questions. Y'all suck. But anyway, we got into 2 questions. The first question we got was Caitlin wants to know why we have such bad taste in wrestlers. So I wasn't going to respond to this, but I did. Katie Lynn is Simon's animal control
Manager.
manager, whatever.
I wouldn't call her a valet.
For
I don't believe in valets
HCW.
anymore.
She's not a valet. I said animal control.
I don't believe in valets
Voodoo
anymore.
priestess, if you want to even go that far. Ruler, mastermind. But she is one of 7 Seal in the Heartland Championship Wrestling, which we are
She might be 7th Seal, actually.
huge. We are huge wrestling fans. But anyway, so she wanted to know why we were have such horrible taste in independent wrestlers. Truth be told, she just didn't know that Jay is a huge 7th Seal fan. He has been a 7th Seal fan since day one, except for the match where Chance Kerrigan got his face bashed in and there was blood everywhere. That one you were not happy with.
I was not happy with.
And you said that was me and Jordan's fault because we called him poo.
I blame her and Jordan for calling Blade
That
poo,
was the beginning of the heel turn. But as far as I am concerned, kiss my ass.
I
like whoever...
to clarify, I have never, ever called Blade poo.
Okay, you pussy. Stop
Have
it.
you heard me ever calling him
No,
poo?
but
Okay,
still.
then.
Look, he's terrified. He's literally shaking in his boots right now. He's terrified. Don't go on the bad side of 7 Seal. They'll beat me up. No, I
don't think they'll beat me up. I think they'll beat somebody else up because you
maybe
call him Blade poo.
I mean, you got to have goals in life.
Yeah.
Goals are important.
It is. It's to be pile driven through a table by Trey Gallows.
While eating a hot dog would be
While eating a hot dog.
better. I'm going to buy
And
you
put some mustard on it.
Yeah. I love all wrestlers. I'm very much the mom mentality. I want all my kids to win. But there are some that are just easier to boo than others. And 7th Seal happens to be one of those. And you fucked up when you beat the shit out of Chance and you brought Mindy Grace in with a body bag. So, have a lovely day. So, I have great taste in wrestlers. Actually, we love everybody.
Yeah.
We do. The other question we got was from a girl that I actually went to grade. I think I went to kindergarten with her. I've known her damn near my whole life, besides the 5 years before I went to kindergarten. And she asked, do you still wear wigs? Or she said, do you, but she was ambiguous about it. So I have a wig phobia. I don't wear wigs. But she was actually talking to you.
I might wear wigs. We don't know. I might be Batman.
You are not Batman. I can confirm. He falls asleep at 8:30. He's not Batman.
No, I don't say I would go to sleep at 8:30. Maybe if we worked hard.
You fall asleep by 6 if we worked hard.
Yeah.
You're snoring before we even get fur.
Then I wake up and I'm up all damn night. So.
Playing on your fucking phone. Yeah, I know. Yeah, doing that. I gotta get my points.
Hey man, the game's fun.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, yeah, no. So, not so much anymore. More, you haven't even dressed as a girl in a long time.
Mm-mm.
Not since high school, or, well, no, it was after high school, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd say it was.
I don't think the last time I saw you wear a wig was when we went to the Halloween store and you were being like your trashy version of Joe Dirt.
Yeah, I put that mullet on. Yeah,
that was pretty good. Chasing me around the store and saying the most uncomfortable shit with his daughter there. By the way, she thought it was hilarious.
Talk with my hillbilly accent there.
Why
Why don't you come and sit on my lap, girlie?
So yeah, those are the 2 questions we asked. We asked you guys to give us more questions. So if you, after you see this, you have more questions, DM me, send them to me. We'll try to do something like this again. Okay, so how did we become HCW fans? How did it start out?
Well, we saw tickets, or we saw a show posted because we've been wanting to go to indie wrestling
For a long time.
And
but it started out before that.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, started out before that. What was the first wrestling show?
It was midget wrestling. But I was getting into that. I was like, we were looking for wrestling around town. Nothing was happening. And then one day we saw the micro wrestling in Hutch, and we were like, hell, let's go. So we
because I have a thing
loaded
for
up.
midgets.
Yeah, we loaded up, and she was excited because she likes little people.
I love little people.
And she got to see him wrestle, and it was one of the best things she'd ever seen. And she fell in love with it instantly, and she's like, oh, man. And then we saw another show come to town, and it was like, well, this one's here in Wichita.
And close to our house.
And closer to our house. So we were like, let's go check it out. You know, tickets aren't that bad. They never are. Indie wrestling, if you know anything about wrestling, indie tickets are really good. Sometimes they're even free. Like I've seen free shows or
At a car lot.
Yeah, $15. Like the most you're gonna pay is probably about $40. To be fair, I mean, unless they're just being greedy, but or the venue's big.
I would say I wouldn't say that's greedy.
Yeah, the venue big.
The overhead.
Venue's big. It's something, or like the fair tickets were pricey, but I understand it because
for what we got, they were not.
They were worth it.
But for what all we got and what we paid,
those tickets
they were not bad priced.
Worth it. But we went to the HCW show
at Osage,
and the first show had us hooked. Like she said, Logan Knight came out. She was instantly a fan. The illustrious Ray Leon. I was instantly a fan. I was standing up by the end, and every time he comes out now, I stand up.
We were in the bleachers at the time.
We were in the bleachers.
I think the thing that sold us was that little kid.
Yeah, and then we had a little kid sitting there, and he was following our lead. Like we'd start chanting, and he'd start chanting the same things, and it just made our day. We're influencing the hell out of this kid. And his dad was loving it. His dad was like, yeah. We
thought it was gonna go kind of sour because when we first got there, nobody explained what your tickets meant or where you could sit or whatever. So we went to go sit. I think it was at a table, and this lady had every table blocked off with a sign, and she kind of got a little snooty with you, telling you, no, this is mine, it's saved for so-and-so. So we went and sat somewhere else. Kind of just a little left a bad taste in your mouth. But that show was so damn good. Chance lost his hair. You met and gunned down. And it's been love ever since.
Mm-hmm.
I think since they're coming up on their third show, which is going to start the third year, we have missed 2 shows.
2 shows.
Both of them because I was working. But at that time, I had charity events that I did, and we did them together, luckily. So we are huge fans. But
now we're dedicated. It's more than just being fans. We're dedicated to.
And now they're personal. It's a little personal too.
It's more personal too.
So you became a fan in the '80s. I remember my very first match I watched when I was little. Well, there's 2 of them, but I remember watching Andre the Giant wrestle in '84. I remember watching, and I just thought he was so magical. And then they came out with the Princess Bride, and I just fell in love with him. But I remember watching Virgil getting his face busted open. I don't remember who he wrestled, but wrestling was on Thursday night when we were kids?
What? It was on Saturdays.
It wasn't a Saturday, it was a weeknight. Because we got to stay up long enough to watch wrestling during the week, and then we had to go straight to bed right after it. And I remember this was early, mid-'80s, and I loved it, and we watched it clear up until... I watched it clear through. I was dating Zach, so it would have been 95, 96. China had finally come out. I wasn't nearly as dedicated as I was in the early 80s, or even the 90s, because I remember the first time I saw Bret the Hitman Hart. Oh, Bret was my guy, and I could not stand Shawn Michaels because he was a douchebag. Complete douchebag. And he and Bret Hart had one of the best rivalries in my opinion, in the late 80s, early 90s. If you haven't seen it, you should. But Bret Hart, to me, was the beginning and end and the best of all time, and best there ever will be. And then The Undertaker comes out. And I'm
Game changer.
Fuck is this shit? So my 2 favorite wrestlers actually would be Bret the Hitman Hart and The Undertaker, and it doesn't get any better than that. And I think that holds up still to this day. But Andre the Giant, he was at the back end of his career, and he was just fun and lovable, and he was a beast of a man. And this was before the Googlies and before the internets. So you didn't see these things unless you got a Ripley's Believe It or Not book.
Yeah.
This stuff wasn't in your face. You didn't see monsters and beasts and just these big, huge people. And so Andre was the biggest man, and just how huge his hands were. And then just see him in Princess Bride and how sweet he was. I fell in love with him. Absolutely fell in love with him. So my wrestling career started. But then when the Attitude Era came, that was not for me.
that was not focused towards me. Now, I dated Zach, and he was very much in the Attitude Era, and China came, and all these women that started, but it was not geared towards me, and I was very much in my Melissa Etheridge and Jewel and Four Non Blondes and Alanis Morissette, I'm a woman, hear me roar kind of mode, and so seeing women with just I'm pretty and I have tits and ass was not my thing. I would rather see your hairy armpits and see you take a sledgehammer and break something. Which makes a lot of sense, and I think that explains my whole personality, to be fair. But then when you and I got together, Grandma, like we said, had dementia, and we always shared a bond over wrestling, but we couldn't really leave Grandma. And then we started watching it on just a whim, just because you had stopped watching it for a while. It was a little hard for you.
Yeah, it was
It's a little hard for you. And plus, it wasn't getting all that interesting for a while.
For a second there.
And then
I lost interest for like 2 years, and then
wrestling came. It was getting ready to gear up for WrestleMania.
And I never missed WrestleMania. Even when I wasn't watching, I watched WrestleMania.
And you and I watched it together. Grandma was still alive. It was the first WrestleMania we watched together, and it took off from there. So that was.
It made me love wrestling again.
It was 6 years ago. It was before Grandma passed. It was about 6 years ago, and I remember seeing. Who was it? I remember seeing Seth Rollins and thinking he was the most annoying human being I'd ever seen in my life.
And then 2 weeks later, she was like, "He's the greatest thing ever."
I remember being so annoyed by his laugh. Just his laugh, because it was right after he left S.H.I.E.L.D. And I remember seeing Rhea at that time was still fighting with Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
And I remember going, and I told you, sitting on the couch, and I don't know if you remember this, but I told you, I said, those two need to separate, and she's going places. I said, she's got whatever it is they're looking for, she's got it. She is so much better than the almost a superhero persona that Nikki Cross had at the time, and Rhea being her backup, because Rhea just had it instantly, and that was fucking forever ago. I remember I saw the Demon Finn Balor. What really cracks me up is Damian Priest was still doing that weird arrow shit back then, and you hated Damian Priest, and look at you now. Like, Damian Priest he's improved, and to be fair, they put him in Judgment Day and he's grown, and I think I'll give that to Finn Balor. Finn Balor is such a senior, and he works with all of them, that Damian Priest has just skyrocketed. Because you used to be like, oh, I hate this guy so much.
I was boring.
And now you're like,
no, I'll let you know if I think a wrestler is boring. And there's,
Damian Priest, you actually enjoy now.
I think Aleister Black's boring.
I will say my favorite match that Damian Priest has done is when he did it with Bad Bunny, though, because Bad Bunny.
That's what made me like him.
As far as celebrities going, Bad Bunny's a good pick.
It showed me that he knew what the business was about, and
yeah. Finn Balor, your favorite wrestler is
my favorite wrestler. Okay. There's many ways you can answer
Randy
this.
Orton, would I say? I would say
Randy
your favorite.
Orton is my favorite wrestler who actually wrestles still.
Current still. Okay.
So, like, if I had to pick a wrestler that's still wrestling, when he retires, he'll be on the list of, my all-time greats. But as far as, like, my all-time, like, in my opinion, the greatest wrestlers of all time, it would be Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah.
Bruno Sammartino, and then
whose toy is sitting right there?
Yeah, he's sitting behind me
with a rocking chair.
He's in Bray Wyatt's rocking chair with the championship around his waist. Because that man,
he was a beast.
I like long running champions.
But at the same time, this is a different era.
It is.
Like,
people have got ADD and they can't stand people being around that long.
I don't know, because they get the legacy.
I like
clauses.
dominance.
Yeah, but the legacy clause, it's a difference between Bruno Sammartino defended that quite frequently. It wasn't just every pay-per-view. So there's a big difference between holding that belt for 1,132 days or whatever. There's a difference between Roman Reigns' long reign of that belt, who only defended it at pay-per-views, than Bruno Sammartino.
If you think about it, though, like, Hulk Hogan's long long title reign though too. He really only wrestled at pay-per-views.
Exactly.
He'd do
It's a
run-ins
legacy.
and maybe in a tag team, and he'd be the hot tag, and he'd be in there for 2 minutes in the actual
It's a
match,
legacy contract, and people are over that shit. Because
I get it.
what we want to see, I think, if I read fans right, because I'm a little bit of a weird fan, but we want to see a fighting champion. So when Seth ran the belt, he was a fighting champion. He was at Raw, and he was at SmackDown, and he was always... It was not... Same Cody. Cody took every fight that came to him. Like a fighting... I like a good fighting champion. We don't want to see these champions who get the belt and then disappear for 6 months, and then when this big, huge WrestleMania comes up or this big, huge pay-per-view comes up, then they defend it. Because you don't take any time to build that story. You cut in on other stories that have been building for 3 months, and then all of a sudden it becomes about Roman Reigns, or it becomes about...
If you think about it, it's still kind of like that.
It is.
Even when they don't hold the belt. I mean, how often do you see Roman Reigns come out? You know,
it is. I get that. And I'm not knocking Roman because I like Roman.
I'd say
I'd
have to give CM Punk that credit because I thought he was going to be one of those guys who did that, but he comes out every show.
I am not a I'm not a CM Punk fan. I think the reason I don't like CM Punk is because everybody else likes him.
No, I have my reasons.
I have a lot of reasons,
I don't
but
hate
my
him.
biggest look. I didn't say that.
Him,
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
But
I didn't say he wasn't a good wrestler. I didn't say there's some things
fans' appreciation for him
exactly because everybody chants his name and wants him makes me not want him even more.
He turned his back on people and they still cheered for him, and it's like I never.
He walked away with the pipe bomb. Fuck you, and then went to another company.
Corner when it comes to that shit.
Absolutely, and I think
I've been
he gets
in Seth Rollins' corner.
And the fact that CM Punk hasn't got that belt yet, good. Don't give it to him. Yeah. Make it to where when he retires, like he's getting ready to get inducted into the Hall of Fame, then maybe he might get a small one, like on a ring. Fuck him. He did what he did. I'm one of those people that the more you like something, the more I'm not going to like it. No. I hate going with the flow of what everybody else likes. So if you think like I liked Rhea before everybody else liked Rhea. Now everybody likes Rhea and thinks she's the greatest of all time, even though they don't actually like wrestling. They love Rhea. So now I'm like, well, damn it, I gotta change what I like.
You still like her.
I do,
but you like Issa Mio now. You're starting to really like Io.
Io's funny,
and I think you're really starting to like some Stephanie Vaquer too.
She's an Aries like me.
Yeah,
she like.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not gonna be like Booker T and be like, I love the Devil's
I actually
Kiss.
think that's
a
stupid fucking move.
I'm not okay. My big thing with wrestling, I love wrestling, but if you are going to make women just tits and ass and sex, you're gonna piss me off. I have stopped. We used to dedicate a lot of time to watching wrestling, and we've stopped watching AEW because of this bullshit they're doing. I don't want to see. I like Toni Storm can wrestle. She's a great character. So why are we licking bitches just to get views?
Yeah.
And not just why are we inserting lesbian shit just to get? It's not even because it's part of the story. It's just to get views. I don't care if she's actually a lesbian. Does that matter to how she wrestles? Absolutely not. You want to say she brings out her girlfriend? Okay, that's fine. You want to have a girl fight? Okay, that's fine. But we don't need to be licking vag in the middle of a ring. It has nothing to do with wrestling. It's literally to get views, and it just irritates me as a female. Men, however, think it's the greatest thing they've ever seen, which is why it irritates me. Now, true wrestling fans don't like it.
I don't.
Because it's gimmicky. You're taking away from it.
Me, I like a good old school match where you're punching, kicking, and doing. I like a lot
because
of
Toni Storm can actually fucking fight. She was with Ruby Soho and what's her ass in that faction? Paige. In that faction, and then she broke away and she became the title, holding the title on her own, became this Toni Storm like black and white character, and now we're licking people just for views. Toni Storm is still a great character and she's still a great wrestler, but why we got to throw this? AEW's doing a whole thing that just bring MJF and let him be further investigated by the FBI. Although I will say that whole series with what's his ass that hurt his neck. Remember, and he was like laid up in the hospital.
Oh, Roderick Strong.
He like got a paper cut and he's being wheeled out in a
Adam Cole and Roderick Strong. And he's got like a paper cut and he has to be in a wheelchair and a neck brace for no reason whatsoever. Silly wrestling for life. I'm all about it. But I feel like AEW is I love Kenny Omega.
They are more geared to those fans from the 90s that like that.
They're more geared towards a younger generation who's fed on.
I feel like they're WCW trying to be ECW. That's what AEW is to me.
Yeah, but they're failing at it. I think Tony Khan is failing. I think he is. I think he has great wrestlers. I'm not going to knock that at all. I think that these storylines, because and these storylines they're trying to sell is they're trying to capture what ECW and WCW captured. Yeah. And you can't fucking do that because you're losing fans. Because we were dedicated. Yeah. We did not miss a fucking show. Because any moment that I could see MJF say the most fucked up shit about your mama should have swallowed you to an audience, I'm here for it. And Tony Storm being all dramatic and fighting the most brutal matches. Ruby Soho before she got pregnant. Great matches. But then you bring back Sasha Banks and now she's holding 9 titles?
And she don't even look like she can wrestle anymore.
I don't even like Sasha Banks, to be fair, because Banks is Sasha Monet is what does she call it?
I don't know.
Monet is money. It's irritating, and it's not. I mean, what are we trying to do? I guess that they're trying to gear towards a younger audience, and I'm not in that younger audience. But I don't like. Why do we have 9 titles? I didn't even know there were that many titles in AEW.
They're not. They're other.
I feel like she just went to the store and just bought all the titles. And just, she didn't actually earn them. She's just buying them.
It would be like if some of those guys who win other titles and other companies come to HCW.
That's kind of a slap in the face. I don't know.
That's what she's doing, though. It's
there are some people
from indie shows.
Because you want to be fair. You want to bring this up. We want to talk about real wrestling. I do not like, what is her name? Storm.
Oh, Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill.
She's boring.
She is, not only is she boring.
She reminds me of Ronda Rousey.
She's sloppy and she's very 2-3 moves.
She's like a
robot. She cannot talk on the mic at all. At all. Do not give the girl a mic. She's trying, strong. But it's weird. When she tries, it sounds
robotic.
Not right.
Robotic.
And she's very strong. And her fatigue, her body is beautiful. And it's so muscular and she's so strong. But I don't know how she's so over. Because every time she is wrestling in the ring, I'm picking up my phone. Yeah, I have no interest in seeing Jade. It's no hate towards a female wrestler or even Jade Cargill as a person. It's just, I don't understand what the fascination with Jade Cargill is. Because she's not that great. Yeah. She's sloppier than a lot. So I'm sorry to put that out. I'm not a big Jade Cargill fan.
Like I said, that's the way I feel about Aleister Black.
You don't care for Aleister Black at all? I wish he would do more.
That's his problem. He comes out and he's
3-4 movies and moves and.
Well, the only thing he's got going for him is the Black Mass.
Yeah, but even then, it's not. Yeah. You don't see him that much anymore, anyway. So anyway, that's a little bit about us. It's kind of a long show, but goals for this show is we would love to eventually do interviews. We're basically just giving our opinions on wrestling, letting you into our little lives. Talk about stupid shit. Stick fingers in each other's ears. You do it to me. Don't even act like you're an innocent person.
Got a halo on my head. You see that?
Fucking liar. But anyway, it's just to contribute.
An angel on my shoulder.
Stop it. We're going to contribute to independent wrestling. We want to spotlight Kansas independent wrestling specifically, but basically just get ourselves out there. We have opinions on stuff, and some people like to hear our opinions, and some people don't. If you don't, that's cool. Whatever. That's fine. We're not here to make money, and we're not here to make friends. We are just here to have a good time and
talk about wrestling.
Well,
life, wrestling, whatever we feel like. So, anything else you want to leave them with? Check out HCW. Check out Skill. Check out, who else?
Fountain City Pro.
Fountain City Pro, Bomb City. I mean,
there's so many.
We're going to sit and...
we're actually going to put a list out of wrestling companies around the Midwest.
And when you can see them next and where you can see them.
That's another thing we're doing is we want to help get wrestling out there for people who don't know what's out there.
But mainly, we want to get to know these wrestlers on a different level.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to know boring stuff about you. Tell me the most obscure shit ever. Let's have a tea party.
Tea party.
In the garden. So, anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you very much for getting to know us. Sorry you didn't take part in our fun little game of asking us questions. Your loss. But if you have any questions, please send this to us. Maybe we'll do this again. Unless you ask us stupid shit. And then we're not going to do it. Because I'm not answering which goes first, peanut butter or jelly. Because y'all are just crazy.
Jelly. Just kidding. It's peanut butter.
Yes, the phone you start with jelly. What's wrong with you? Anyway, you guys have a great time and we'll see you next time. Thank you for joining.